Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the most incredible day. This is the first time you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian, and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, well, girl, you have finally found me. So grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button, because welcome to Sebastian's Book Club, bitch. So you guys, before we get into this segment of the book club, Sebastian's Messy Book Club, I want you to know how grateful I am for each and every one of you. Thank you so much. We just reached 59,000 subscribers, which you guys have no clue. You have no clue. I've been on YouTube for 7 years, so this is just such a milestone. So I'm so grateful, and we're on our way to 60. So just thank you so much. Truthfully, thank you very much. I don't take anything for granted. So today, you guys, we will be talking about Britney when she shaved her head. Now, I want to be very clear about a couple of things. Everything that we're going to talk about is already out there, so this is not spoilers, okay? And we're just going to go into it with detail of what's already out there. If something is not out there, I'm waiting a little bit longer so, you know, everyone gets a chance to get their book. But I know that a lot of you guys have told me that, you know, you can't get the book or you already have it. You're dying for me to talk about certain situations. So whatever headline is out, I'll be going in with it more detail. But I definitely do encourage you guys to get the book if you can. I do have the book that has the rose. I know that some of you don't have it. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it was just like the first day ones. I have no idea how that worked. But yes, I do have the rose, which I'm very happy about. So right now, you guys, we will be talking about when Britney Spears shaved her head, okay? This obviously was such a monumental, moment in Britney's life. I think that it definitely changed the way that a lot of people viewed her. I think that it was a very delicate moment in Britney's life, because I believe that just gave so much more, into her pursuit of paparazzi. I think it just fueled the paparazzi and it fueled the haters. I will never forget when I saw it and I heard about it. I remember getting a lot of text messages. I remember getting phone calls. I remember everyone was talking about it in school. Like, I remember everything about when she shaved her head. And I actually went and we shaved my head the next day as well, because I wanted to stand with Britney. But just to give you like an idea of where Britney was at mentally, this was around the time where she was not allowed to see her boys for weeks on end. So Jaden James was 5 months old, and Sean Preston was 17 months old. Kevin Federline was not allowing her to see her babies, according to Britney here. It has been weeks in this moment since Britney saw her kids, and she was beside herself with grief, okay? She went a few times to Kevin's house and was not allowed in, was not allowed to see them, was not allowed even to have a conversation with Kevin. She was completely shut out of her children's life. And she writes that, I imagined their not knowing where their mother was, wondering why she didn't want to be with them. I wanted to get a battering ram to get to them. I didn't know what to do. And the paparazzi watched it all happen. I can't describe the humiliation I felt. I was cornered. I was out being chased like always, but these men waiting for me to do something they could photograph. And so that night, I gave them some material. So you have to understand something, that January, February, like those months for Britney, that winter that she says that was felt very much like winter, was a very, very difficult time for her. And it was a time where she was shunned by her family, was not allowed to see her children, and was being chased like she was some kind of bank robber, you know, in the streets of Los Angeles. She said, I went into a hair salon, I took the clippers, and I shaved off all my hair. Everyone thought it was hilarious. Look how crazy she is. Even my parents acted embarrassed by me. But nobody seemed to understand that I was simply out of my mind with grief. My children had been taken away from me. Um, so Britney Spears, her whole image, right? Her whole image that was created for her or forced on her by her record label and her parents and everyone was like picture perfect. Everything had to be perfect from the hair to the toes, which she hates her feet, by the way, a fun fact. And she had been this like real life doll, right? That was forced to always be perfect, forced to always speak perfectly, have the right, answers, be a living doll, right? And she, I can't imagine having to hold it all together inside, do what everyone is saying, keep this perfect image, perfect abs, perfect hair, perfect, because that is what the people around you forced upon you. And then on top of it, you're going through real life mental health shit, right? So she said, my long hair was a big part of what people liked. I knew that. I knew a lot of guys thought long hair was hot. Shaving my head was a way of saying to the world, fuck you. You want me to be pretty? Fuck you. Oh, sorry, no, girl. Hang on. It says, fuck you. You want me to be pretty for you? Fuck you. You want me to be good for you? Fuck you. You want me to be your dream girl? Fuck you. Now, you probably saw that this quote has been everywhere, okay? Everywhere online. And she said that she was a good girl for many years. She was polite. She politely smiled. And she had to endure a lot. She talks about how her body, from such a young age, she had to sit there, when old perverted men were asking this 17, 16-year-old girl if her breasts were real. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays in 2023, that would not be any type of acceptable. And that is why sometimes, or a lot of times, I get so angry when Britney's being made fun of, because I'm like, if half of the things that people are saying to Britney, people would say to, everyone, they would have a huge day. They would start filming, they would start, ranting online. It would be this huge thing, right? But people bombard Britney Spears with the most hateful comments, with such disgusting, disgusting, low class, like, not low class, what is it? Low everything, girl. Low everything, okay? And think that they could get away with it. And the worst part is that, unfortunately they do. When something doesn't look like everyone else, when somebody is different, people get nervous because they don't know what to title you, they don't know where to put you, they don't know anything, right? So when you are standing strong, just being yourself, and it's not what people are used to seeing, well, it's gonna scare them. She says that, when she shaved her head, her family was completely scared of her, and, they were treating her like some kind of monster. And obviously right afterwards, she would enter like a rehab, and it was just like, it was like a whole thing, you guys. But I wanted to really just kind of take a deeper dive into really thinking about her mental state, and how, she was really, really fantasized for being this picture perfect and not having control over what to wear, what to say. Because what people don't understand is, even before the conservatorship started, she was forced to do a lot of things. Her team ran her everything, right? So she didn't have a lot of free time. Maybe she had some more input, and she had some more input on, what she was doing, or think maybe just a little bit, but it was not a lot. So this was like her taking full control of that. And I just remember to this day, people still bring up the shaving of the head and make fun of her. I remember back then, it was all over the newspapers, all over the magazines, all over social media, internet, everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. It was every single stand-up comedian's routine. It was just everywhere, and it was just so insane. But it was because it was America's perfect, golden girl, pop princess doing something that's shocking. And I think that is also why her Instagram gets a lot of flack nowadays, because she is not following the perfect aesthetic that so many others are following, like the Kardashians, like, so many people, Christina, everyone always looks so picture perfect, so airbrushed, so photoshopped. And, Britney is just there dancing in her living room, and people act like she's, doing the most horrible things. And so much that she had to deactivate her account. So even though this was back in 2007, I feel like it's still the same thing in 2023. When something is different, people get nervous and scared. And I think that is just so incredibly sad. And I'm actually very happy that she talked about the shaving of the head. I think that it's so important that she, lets that out, you know what I mean? And there's so many different conspiracies, so many different theories, but now we're finally hearing it. And it's just a simple thing. She was tired of being what everyone was expecting and forcing upon her, and she wanted to take control over her life. And also she was consumed by grief for having her children being taken from her, and everyone treating her like just this horrible monster, and grown paparazzi were just doing anything and everything to get a picture. So I have to say, and I say this in a lot of my videos, this is maybe a little triggering, but I remember that time and thinking that she was not going to make it. Like, I fully remember thinking, I'm going to wake up one day and it's going to be all over the news that Britney is no longer here, because everything she's had to endure. And on top of that, that was just that. And now I look back, and I know everything Britney talked about and everything that's come out of the things she's had to endure the past 14 years. It's insane how she survived. It really is. It takes a lot of strength. So that girl who's doing her spinning or her modeling videos on Instagram, that girl, she's so fucking strong, and she just wants to have a little bit of fun on Instagram, So I just think it's so insane. That's why I really think everyone should read this book. And like I said, I'm only going through things that are already out there, but we're going with it through a little more detail, because I definitely don't want to give spoilers or anything. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. And I hope you know that. I hope you have a fabulous day. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.